Hello. How's everybody doing? I hope you're well. Hope you're doing well today. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Yes, yes, yes. So, today, there's been an incident over the past few months that's just gotten worse, and my patience level has reached you know, I've reached my maximum capacity for patience. So I've known there's somebody that I've been friends with for many years, and you know, sometimes good people can go wrong. They can go bad. And what I mean by that is they have a long history of doing the right thing. And they've always done the right thing. Sometimes they slip up. Why? Why? Because nobody's perfect, right? But there's a difference between. Okay, so let me backtrack. So there's a long, long, long history of this person always doing the right thing for the most part. Okay. Always being in my corner, you know, always. And then, you know, it got to the point where he did something completely out of the norm. He started lying. I don't think it was on purpose lying, but saying things and not doing what you say you're going to do, and then you apologize, and then you do it again, and then you apologize, and then you do it again. So there will not be a fourth chance for you to do that. And I've noticed that other people have always been a higher priority. And some people do not know how to, I think a lot of people don't know how to put everybody on a list, not a list, a circle of love. So instead, they have a list, and Susie's going to be at the bottom of the list, and then, Billy Bob's going to be at the top, and I'll have a list of who's a priority. That always backfires, because that always makes the people that are on the bottom of the list make them feel like, okay, why am I not important? We have a long history of having each other's back. What's going on? And what a person should do if they're smart is have a circle of love. A circle means there's nobody at the bottom. I balance out my love between all of you. There's nobody at the top of the list. There's nobody at the bottom of the list. I've said this for years. But a lot of people don't know how to do that. I don't know why. It's not really that god dang complicated. Okay. But when I look back at, not only have I not been, I guess I used to be a priority, but as time went on, he started gluing himself deeper and deeper into other people. And so I'm left in the wings, and things that he said he was going to do, he didn't do, and apologized, and then said he was going to do it again and didn't do it and apologize, and just kept doing it. And the thing of it is, if you apologize, but you keep freaking doing the same thing, your apology doesn't hold water. It doesn't hold water because you're lying. You're saying you're sorry, but you keep doing it. So you're not sorry. If you were sorry, you'd make a concerted effort to not do it again. But you keep doing it. So that tells me you just don't care. And of course I'm warm. So what else is new? You can't, you don't get a jail, get out of jail free card because you apologized. You just don't. All right. And even though this person is just a friend, family friend, goes back many years, like I said, I've been involved with this person before, but we are not on that page now. And we haven't been on that page. And I've learned, we're going to be transparent. We're all adults today in here, I hope. I've learned how to separate physical intimacy from emotions. And if you don't know how to do that, you're going to have a lot of heartbreaks in your life. If you are intimate with someone, you're going to have a lot of heartbreaks because men don't see physical the way we do. They just don't. They just don't. They just do not. It's like a sport to them. It's like an extracurricular activity. So you cannot think you're in love now because it was so good and I'm going to pick out the colors for my wedding and oh my God, I want to have kids with him. You cannot go that berserko because they don't see physical the same way. They just don't. They're not wired that way. Which is why if you read the book, free book, it's a PDF host file. It's free if you look it up on Google, What Men Don't Want Women to Know. And one of the things that's a harsh reality is men could be so-called happily married with a family and thrilled to death. And this beautiful woman offers him some physical liaisons and he has no chance of his wife ever finding out. All the men went for it, except for one. The only reason, and they're supposed to be happy married, they don't see sex like you do. They don't, like we do. They don't. The only reason the one guy backed out, he was tempted, but he backed out because he thought that they were on like Candid Camera, something similar to Candid Camera. So he was like, yeah, no. And then when they asked him why did you back out? He said, because I thought this was on camera. And he thought his wife was going to find out. But if there's a possibility, and this is written by two men, if there's a possibility that they could have all these little physical activities without their wife finding out, oh, honey, it don't matter how much he loves you, and they got 10 kids, y'all got 10 kids, and y'all, your love has been a romance novel in real life. It don't matter. It don't matter. Men worship that thing, and they worship pleasing that thing, and it don't matter who it comes from. They just don't, like I said, they don't see physical the way we do. They just don't. They're not wired that way. And, but I've learned to divide the two. So I've been through so many mountains in my life over the past several years, and he has never shown concern about it. He knows I've got physical disability. He knows I have chronic pain every day. And he has never said, how does your illness affect you every day? How you feeling today? I know you're all gonna get some rain over there. How you feeling today? Never showed a personal interest, but would drop sexual hints all the time. And I got to the point, it's so disrespectful because there's more to life than genitals. Okay. There's more to life than orgasms. There's more to life than getting naked between sheets. There's more. I know men don't see it that way, but there's a lot more to life than that bullshit. And when you know that somebody has been through some serious challenges in their life and they have been so depressed and they've been through so many things, but you don't show any interest, but you like to drop sexual hints, that is so disrespectful. So disrespectful. I remember watching a criminal documentary, and I knew the guy was off anyway. He worked for a funeral home. It's a true story, and I can't remember all the details, but I do remember that he was so out of line. There was a woman that went there because one of her family members died, and he's trying to mack her. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? She just lost somebody through death. That's pretty serious. And you worried about dipping your wand? Typical male attitude. I know somebody died and your heart's probably hurt. You're probably going to cry. You've been crying ever since you found out they died. But anyway, what about me? When can we get naked? I mean, it's just typical male behavior, and I'm so freaking done with it. Disgusting. So, always dropping sexual hints, and it's so disrespectful. You know those thigh-high boots that I got you? You still have those? What? What? And would make comments like, I treat women so well, and I'm not your typical guy, that even if a woman has a man, all I have to do is call her and I could get some action. He didn't word it like that, but I could get whatever I want. All I have to do is make a phone call. So when he started And what men do, look here, when men do that, my ex did this and my exes did that. They always treated me well. They always bought me flowers for my birthday, and da da da. Or they've never done that. I've never been treated this way. So what happens in either case is they're trying to train you to be better than the people they dealt with in the past. So you're going to be a seal, a trained seal jumping in the air, trying to surpass what other people have done. I'm not doing that. You must be out of your goddamn tree. I'm not doing that. I don't have to compete with people I don't even know. And for as far as I'm concerned, you could be lying about what people have done. In either way, it doesn't matter. I'm not competing for them. I'm not. So you need to let that go. Okay? And I've said to him, since he wants to talk about, this and that, all I gotta do is make a phone call. When he started dropping innuendos, I said, well, I suggest you make some phone calls, because according to you, no matter if somebody's in love or remarried or they're married or whatever's going on with them, you call with your pecker out and they're ready. So go ahead and make a phone call. That don't impress me. And I'm not competing for other people. I don't see him as a relationship because we've never been in a relationship. We've had closeness. We've had something unique that was different from other people, just because there's always been something there connection wise, but you're still not my husband and you're still not my man. So I will not overthink the physical like a man does. And the innuendos were so rude. And he knew it was irritating to me and he thought it was funny, and I don't find it funny at all. And it's just not cute. Why, and then I remember a recent conversation before I stopped talking to him. I said, he started dropping little sexual hints, and I said, I wish that was all I had to worry about. I wish that's all I had to worry about. Who am I going to do next? Really? It's childish. It's juvenile. It has nothing to do with daily life. There's so many things people have lost their homes. People are living in their car. Their businesses have been bought out by other companies who have gotten rid of all the employees. We have been, there were viruses and all kinds of shit, and we're not going to go into that. But there's been all kinds of terrible things that have happened, and all you could think about is that. So somebody lied for the third time. He apologized, which doesn't hold water, like I said, because you keep doing the same bullshit. So I have no respect for your apology because it's not real. Then he apologized, and then he proceeded to tell me about his friend Ron and how Ron fell, and Ron had this problem and that problem, and he had to go to the hospital, and I had to financially take care of him because he can't take care of himself. And I said, bullshit. If you died tomorrow, he would figure it out. But because this individual, Mr. Horndog, he's drawn to broken people. He's one of those. He needs his ego fed by saving other people. He will find broken people in a crowd and he will hone in on them like an eagle looking for a mouse running across the field. He hones in on those people. He hones in, he zooms in, he finds everybody with a physical problem or financial problem, or they broke their leg and they can't do shit for themselves. And you know what? It pisses me off because I get put on the back burner. Not anymore, because I told him off the other day and I haven't spoken to him in a while, and I don't want to talk to you. Don't call me for the holiday. Don't. Do me a favor, become a ghost, okay? Because I'm so done. Go talk to all those women that are waiting with the legs wide open. Go talk to them. According to you, they're just waiting for a phone call from you. Sit down. Sit your little ego ass down. Egotistical. Sit down. Anyway, everybody broken, he hones in on. And like I told him, so basically, instead of being there for me, he put all of his energy into this one person. Anytime you do that, How do you think the other people feel? I'm curious. How do you think other people feel when you do that? How do you think they feel? I'm going to put you on a back burner because this person fell and ended up in the hospital. So I'll talk to you probably in a few months. You don't have to talk to me no more. You and Ron can run off into the sunset together. I don't do that. If I love you, if I care about you, you are in my circle. You're not on the back burner. You're getting a divorce from your husband, and I'm like, well, this person fell and hurt themselves. So you and your husband, y'all gonna have to figure it out because you're not important right now. How the hell do you think that makes people feel? Stop being stupid. So anyway, I can't. Okay. So all of his energy went into him. All of his resources went into him. And my thing is this, like, I remember somebody said, they were whining to him that they couldn't get dinner because they broke their leg or something. They can't get around. I said, they got to get around to get up and open the goddamn door, unlock the door to let you in. What do you mean they can't get around? He teaches people to be helpless. He doesn't help you find resources to help you so that he can have his own life and do what he needs to do, other things that he needs to do. No. He wants you broken. He wants you helpless. He wants you whining. He used to work at ABC. He was a cameraman for ABC. And people knew he worked overnight. How about the split second he got off work, his phone would start ringing off the hook with everybody who's helpless and can't do shit for themselves. And I would get mad because I'm like, do they not know you worked all night? But they know that he has a God complex, that he's got a savior complex. I need all the broken people to bum rush me so I can feel important, and I need to feel needed. And when I told him about that, I said, you need to be needed. No, it doesn't have nothing to do with that. I said, it has everything to do with that. You find every broken person, even if you ever, on the rare chance that he was to relocate somewhere, let's say he said, well, if I ever left, I'd probably go to Vegas. He's not leaving New York. He's stupid. It's the most expensive state next to California, and he won't leave because he's attached to not biological. He's attached to a geographical region. Some people are dumb that way. They hone in. I was born here, raised here. I'm never leaving. I don't care if a roll of toilet paper is $2,500. I'm not leaving. I am glued in to this geographical region and I can never leave. You must be stupid and crazy. I left there. Gone. Out. Too expensive for me. I'm out. But you want to be broke as hell just so that you have loyalty to a state. That state ain't thinking about you. Anyway, asinine. The minute he got off work, his phone was ringing off the hook with everybody who needed him. And he just loved it. So he's cutting into his sleep because he got to go to work again that night, right? Cutting into his sleep because he's too busy saving every goddamn body. Number one, it's disrespectful to people that would like to hear your voice, for example. Or tell you what's going on with them or whatever, and they can't because you're too busy over here. And it also pisses me off because I never, and I guess it's a good thing and a bad thing, I never had the opportunity to be helpless. I never had the opportunity. It's not really an opportunity. It hurts you when you're helpless. If you are weak, you will not survive in a jungle. Okay? Unless you have a savior, and he's everybody's savior. When I broke my leg, I had huge stairs. I had big stairs where I used to live. You learn to sit on your behind and you go down the stairs. You climb up the stairs. I mean, you learn to work through it because ain't nobody swooped in and said, "Come on, girl, let me come here. I got you. Don't worry. You want a cup of tea? I'll make you some tea." I've never had nobody save my ass. I had to figure it out. So when I look at how helpless all these people are and how he encourages it because he needs the ego fed, they're both dysfunctional. You're not giving this person a means to do it themselves. You want to do it for them, which makes them weaker and weaker and weaker. So if you die, and like I told him, I left a message on this thing because I don't want to talk to you. I said, if you died tomorrow, Ron would figure it out. Okay? Ron would figure it out. Here's the thing. Let's say a person knows zero about resources in their community, and they're not smart enough to pick up the phone and find out what the resources are that can help them. When you end up in the hospital, because this health is crap, right? When you end up in the hospital, social workers and, people that work in the hospital will ask you, well, you can't, you got a broken leg or broken hip or whatever. Where do you live? Do you have stairs in your house? Is there anyone that could help you? Is there anyone who could run errands for you? How are you going to pick up your medication? Hospitals will, they will ask you these questions because they don't want to throw you to the wolves. Your hip's broken. We're sending you home. Good luck. Hope it works out. They don't do that. They have someone to talk to you and help you through it. And this fool over here, God complex, a savior, he don't want him to tap into that because he wants to be his everything and kick me to the curb. So you could just keep me, when you do that to me, keep me to the curb, please, and go rescue him. And every damn Tom, Dick, and Harry that cannot survive without you, they cannot wipe their damn nose in the wintertime when they have a cold because they need you to wipe their little nose and zip their little jacket. I've never, and you know what? And I'm glad that I've never been saved every 5 seconds because I would be so weak. My spine would be made of cotton if somebody always swooped in and didn't allow me to suffer. So that's the good side of suffering. You get to where you're either going to collapse on the floor and cry until you're hyperventilating, and you're still not going to get nothing accomplished, or you're going to cry. You might cry, you might not cry, but when you know you have nobody in your corner, and you know you don't have the luxury of crying and being a baby, and I stubbed my toe, can you go buy me dinner? I never had the luxury of being helpless, but it made me strong as hell because I don't have a choice. Ain't no man going to swoop in and save the goddamn freaking day. Okay? Hey, I don't have a savior. If you ever need anything, call me. People tell you that lie, and when you need something, they got 10 million excuses why they can't do it, even though they lied to you and said, oh, hey, if you ever need anything, call me. They don't mean that. They don't mean that. That's a lie. Because you find that out when, on a rare occasion that you need something, they got an attitude. Well, if you're going to the store, can I go with you? Yeah, you can. Does it sound like they really want to bring you? No, I never had the opportunity to be a soft pile of wet cotton. I had to figure it the hell out. I had, what injury? I don't remember what I broke or what happened to me, but I had, my bedroom was up and bathroom was upstairs, and my washing machine, everything was downstairs. My kitchen was downstairs. You got to figure it out. And I did. I injured my foot or something. Oh, I know what it was. I broke my foot. So, I don't, like I said, he encourages people to be weak because it makes them feel good. I don't want you to encourage me to be weak. I would like you to be in my corner sometimes if you don't mind. But some people can't do that either because they're too busy feeding their ego with this other shit. So, you know what? Go ahead. So, here's the bottom line. Let me just go to the bottom line here. Even though you have a long history with this person, even though you care about this person and you thought they cared about you, I don't mean romantically, so that's not even on the table. And then they turn around and do something that is 1000% uncharacteristic, and then they do it repeatedly. You can't be stuck on years. I can't cut them loose because we have so much history. We've been together, friends, not like that. We've been friends for so long. I cannot, that don't mean nothing. That's just a timetable. That's just a timetable. Don't think more about that than you should. It's a timetable. Because now, even though they pride themselves on being different, they're acting like everyone else who doesn't care. I had you in a separate category because you don't act like everyone else. So I put you in a different category. But then you turn around and you act selfish and self-absorbed when it comes to me, and you've got offer everything to everyone else. And that's another thing. And I gotta go. That's another thing. Just because you've been intimate with somebody, that doesn't mean that they feel connected to you, especially men. Men don't give a damn about that. They just pop it off and they move it on, and zip their fly, keep it moving. They don't feel connected to you. He's never been intimate with his friend Rain. He broke his ass for her. Never been intimate with Ron. Broke his ass for him. Been intimate with me and keeps it moving. So guess what, bitch? You could keep it moving from here on out. Asshole. As a matter of fact, you being intimate with a guy will make him take your life, ignore you, beat you up, destroy you and your kids. So it's the opposite. You think that that physical connection actually means something. It can make someone resent you and hate you. In my case with Savior, it doesn't make him hate me, but it just makes him have no regard. And he's never done that before. Never did that before. So, cool. This is where we're at now. Don't talk to me. You better not call me for Thanksgiving. And you damn sure better not call me for Christmas because I don't want to hear it. Go call Ron. Go call him. I'm done. You know what? If you don't stand up for something, you will fall for anything. Let go of the time frame. We've been friends for all these years. I don't. All the more reason why they should know better than to act the way they do. And people are going to do what the hell they want to do. And you can. But you're not going to do it with me. Y'all take care. Much love and happy holidays. Bye.